Hello and welcome to our second audio commentary. We are slowly progressing up the canon stakes, having started off with decidedly non-canon Resident Evil the first film. We're now into the murky territory of 4D Executor, which hits the grey canon category full on in your face. So joining me, Neptune, we have Mr. Spencer.
Hello there.
Who's never seen this before, I might add, so this will be a new experience for him and should provide some valuable insight. We have STARS Tyrant.
Hello.
We have George Trevor.
Hi there.
And returning to the podcast again, we have theSelfishGene.
Hello there.
Benefit, SelfishGene actually went and experienced 4D Executor in Japan when it was there.
In 4D.
In 4D as well. We're going to hopefully have a special video, everything you need to know about 4D Executor at some point, but we're blessed to have Gene join us so he can give us his first-hand account whilst we are watching the video all together. So without further ado, we will start. So here we go.
And I'm going to point out the scene where you can see where it says Raccoon City on the double doors.
I've always had a soft spot for this. I know it's ridiculous, but we searched for years for this to try and get it online, and as soon as it went live on eBay, the guy who uploaded it on a DVD, I bought it that same day and got it online.
That's the Del Monte logo on the can there.
So you can straight away see where the 3D is supposed to be.
Yeah. But I like this team. I actually think this team are quite charismatic.
Yes.
Oh, they're UBCS dudes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I've not seen this before, so this is all new to me. It's like a Command and Conquer cinematic.
So what year was this come out in?
Started in Japan about 2000, I think.
2000. So this is Capcom's first CGI film, and was a theme park attraction in Japan. So what we know of the story is that this UBCS team are on a mission to track down Dr. Cameron.
Raccoon
Oh yes,
City.
Raccoon
They
City.
clearly
They
see
wouldn't-
it on the doors.
They wouldn't hold guns like that. That's bad muzzle discipline.
Okay.
You would aim the gun downwards.
And they are
Not
searching for Dr. Cameron.
Yes. Who's an Umbrella researcher.
It's Indiana Jones warehouse.
And this is Klaus, the guy with the pistol here. He's the leader with the beret.
You sense a lot of these are going to perish because they all look to be red coats.
Red shirts.
Red shirts, alright, thank you. Red coats is buttons, isn't it?
Easily confused the two.
I mean, we know you live in the 18th century, Nick.
Okay, so we're coming up to the first 4D effect in the cinema here.
Is it like
got
time
to do with
travel?
It's got to do with the zombie on the forklift.
Oh.
Bang. So as soon as that seat as soon as the zombie falls, your seat in the cinema reclined a few centimeters to give you a good scare.
That's quite good.
It's always
Was it effective, Gene?
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, I'd seen this footage before I experienced it in the cinema, which most people wouldn't have, but I didn't quite know when the effects were going to come in. So yeah, it sort of worked. I didn't know how many effects or what style they were, so there was still tension there, which was good.
It has like a feeling of The Thing, doesn't it? The way.
Yeah. The soundtrack's phenomenal with it, very orchestral.
And there's the first death.
That's new.
And it is very much like The Thing in that it basically assimilates its victim.
Yeah.
So there's an effect here as the cockroaches run around their feet. There's like what have I written? There's air blown in pulses on the back of your legs from underneath your chair.
Oh wow.
So
wow.
So nothing when the guy gets stabbed in the face or or lifted up here, but
So what the hell is that? It looks like a cross between T-virus versus Cameron virus.
It looks like a tree.
Else, like, series, yeah.
It just looks like a giant tree. branches on it.
And the UBSC team are not incredibly well armed, although, mate.
That looked like the mother alien.
I mean,
there,
they're
didn't
not
it?
armed to deal with this sort of thing.
Oh. That seemed too easy almost.
Yeah, it looked like grenade launcher took it out. So they're still tracking Dr. Cameron.
This is where the fly comes in, isn't it? Is it a fly?
Mm.
Yeah, this is where it starts getting a bit trippy, doesn't it?
Comes and eats a bit.
Oh, you see
That's
it from his
cockroach first,
perspective,
then
don't
it's
you?
Yeah, wow.
Ooh. 10
This is very
years
cool.
ago.
It's like Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh
Yes.
god, we're in the quantum realm.
Yeah.
Now yeah. So
This
this
is good.
is
And this is it. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This is actually really cool.
Yeah.
And really, you know, this is the kind of design they used for the Remake 2 trailer. From the Rat's
Yeah.
point of view.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I think it's very Outbreak intro as well. That did the rat's
Yeah.
eye view and the zoom in the biology and things.
I can't remember.
This mutation's all really icky. I find this really
Yeah.
icky and well done.
So yes, this cockroach has now become infected with whatever.
I mean, it can't be a good monster, but just jobbed out to one grenade shell.
No, that's
It's not
true.
though. I mean, arguably, this is the reason why a lot of fans dismiss this as non-canon is the sheer power of this virus is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Is it
If
just
the
blowing off steam out here?
yeah,
Is that, yeah.
You know what that monster reminds me of a little bit? Dead Space, the necromorphs in it.
yeah, easily,
Yeah.
you can see that.
Which itself was kind of based on the thing, if you really think about it. In terms of like monster design.
So off they go.
But yeah, if this Cameron virus got out, it would be literally unstoppable.
I think
What?
the part of the city we can see here looks pretty consistent with RE2 and 3. I think it's
Yeah.
I think it's
So-
integrated
See,
well in that regard.
this is very much the industrial district, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah.
I love this. I mean, I think this is very stylishly done, even though you tend to think if this was remade today with like modern CG, it would look unbelievable.
Yeah,
'cause
oh, gosh, yes.
direction's really strong. I think
Yes.
the direction's well done. It's
This
limited
is
by
very Carpenter's the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I just wish we had it in HD.
Mm. I mean, this is actually the best quality I've seen it in. This is a great upload. Because that Raccoon City that we saw in those double doors, I've never seen it actually looking that clear before.
Now he's a crow, or she's a crow, should I say?
So it's sort of like, I want to get back to being a monster again. I'm going to have to go through the whole process. Hey, what was that thing?
The way they've made, I mean, it's implausible given the sort of level of chaos we see it, but Raccoon City is very Silent Hill-ish here.
Well, I in terms of when it takes place, I always had it down right at the end of Raccoon.
I think I pitched this as September 30th.
Yeah. But
Oh.
the zombies look great.
Yeah, that's amazing.
See you, sir.
Kind of Day of the Dead as well.
Mm.
Because this would be, if it is in
Romero.
Raccoon City, this would be right just before they launch the missiles are launched. Yeah.
Maybe a day before or so.
But yeah, if you have,
I mean, we're assuming Cloud. I don't even think any of these guys are. I don't even think Cloud is a supervisor, so he
Yeah.
wouldn't be in on the sterilization project or anything like that.
These are so expendable grunts.
Yeah,
one of them is though, isn't it?
I can't remember. I honestly
I
can't.
think Roger.
Is it Roger? Is it?
One of them's a super.
I mean, Klaus is just a grunt, He's not qualified to make those kind of decisions. No offense.
But it's interesting because this is one this it seems quite out of it because of what the Cameron virus is doing. Whereas it's not just a case of simple infection. You know, this virus has a consciousness and is able to transfer its consciousness from being to being, which is something that is of course replicated in Revelations 2.
Nick,
Much later on.
I know the likes of Newsbot and Batman would disagree with me, but I've always seen this as canon, as ridiculous as it is.
I do. It's written by Flagship, isn't it?
So, no effect there with the exploding wall, which kind of surprised me. But
Not even like an air jet or anything.
no, nothing. Yeah, kind of surprising.
Someone should remake this.
There hasn't been an effect for a while. It's,
You
And
said
that was
this-
quite. Sorry, I was going to say this is quite an interesting. This is Dr. Cameron's underground lab. Clearly, it wasn't as well funded as Birkin's. But this is the only time we see a zombie dog that isn't a Doberman.
Okay.
Is Cameron herself?
So the argument that this is non-canon, that the only sort of point of that is that this virus is just far too successful. Other than that, there's nothing. There's no contradiction. There's no timeline inconsistency,
No,
and we
'cause-
get
Because
Yeah,
there's
see,
no
the-
characters that would do it. It's completely standalone.
See, Roger's a supervisor. Yeah, the company simply cries the data. He's a supervisor.
That's it. Yeah, I've forgotten about this moment. Yeah, thank you, Nick.
Molecular regeneration.
It's just it basically does what the G virus wanted to do, but just so perfectly. And this
Yeah.
is why a lot of fans dismiss it. It can't really happen because of the fact that she gets away.
and it doesn't turn up again.
If this team had managed to kill her, then you could have written it off as a very self-contained little side story.
Hey, I've not seen this.
Sorry, yeah, spoilers.
Oh, yeah, so-
I know I've had like 20 years to watch this, but the lighting. I like how it took him like 5 seconds to realise that he was on a dog. He's there going, ew, this doesn't feel very good. What is this? Oh, it's a dog?
That's him getting his eye pecked out.
yeah.
What a scrub. How do you lose to a crow? You've got an assault rifle.
I have to say, I prefer this considerably than any of the CGI films, which I don't think are particularly bad.
Oh, no, I do love Degeneration. Don't be unfair to Degeneration. It's just brilliant.
Okay. So there's a 4D effect coming very soon. So it's with the sudden sound as the soldier goes up the manhole.
The direction and all the kills are fantastic.
You ready? Yeah. So at that point,
Whoa.
your seat reclines again, and, like you're falling, I suppose.
Oh, really? That's quite cool.
Oh, that's good.
At that
What
one.
the hell just happened to him?
Timed with the sound.
Got ripped apart.
Oh.
Oh, what
I
the
do
fuck
like-
is that?
So that's the result of the crow, isn't it?
I do actually
Knocking out.
think the gore in this is a series
Yes.
best
Oh,
Whoa.
absolutely agree. Yeah.
because the Klaus's death at sorry, John. Klaus's death at the end is disgusting. It's like properly brutal.
Look at that move. It's like a fucking like cockroach or something.
But also, I think you mentioned it earlier, Sean, the direction is brilliant.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's really well done. I mean, I'd love to actually see a team of fans remake this because it wouldn't be difficult to.
Nah, Capcom will shut it down.
I don't think they would.
I think
They've got no investment in this now, have they? It's not making any money.
And could no one improve on this?
Yeah.
The quality on the video original.
Well, it leaked back in was it 2008? I think it did on a DVD on eBay, and some of us bought it and uploaded it to YouTube.
That's cool.
And it was all 3D, of course, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Because you had 3D glasses.
yeah. So it was projected in stereo, so you could get 3D effects.
Why is he like just standing there?
He seems quite nonchalant, doesn't he?
nonchalant about it. Oh,
because Klaus is a badass. He knows what he's doing.
He's UBCS. Top of the line.
I mean, if I had some big scary
think-
monster right behind me, I would like, yep, I'm getting out of there.
But think of Klaus as Sergeant Mikhail, but not injured. He's hard as fuck.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
He's pre-nerf Mikhail.
Yeah, that's it.
This
Yes.
monster looks like something from 5 or 6, whereas I look at the designs in 6 and 5, I just think they're so over the top and ridiculous. Where I think this one, I don't know, to me, I think it's a bit
This
more
has-
restrained and actually really cool.
Yeah,
This looks a bit
this,
like the
this monster's
Tyrant.
great. If
It's-
Derek Simmons looked like him, I don't think anyone would have any problems.
I completely agree.
It looks a bit like what Glen Arias turns into with the kind of claws that go.
Was that 2 legs together as one there? It looked like it.
No, I think it was just on his right leg that was just spread across the screen.
Oh.
This is the finale, and he twats him.
Ah, the 50 cal. Light him up.
So we've got a little less sympathetic version of when Rebecca has to shoot Edward.
They're soldiers.
Who was driving?
That's a good question.
You said
Norman.
Nettie.
It's
Yeah.
Norman, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is the clue as to how I find it's definitely canon, in my opinion.
Looks like Wesker there.
So there's Norman. So it is the morning.
Yep.
Dawn.
You could
Yes.
assume
Yeah.
Raccoon City's about to go bye-bye.
Yeah.
Hello, it's me.
So are they saying had that cockroach not bitten on the corpse of Cameron? Because that first creature they encountered in the thingy, in the municipal building, was Dr. Cameron.
Oh god.
Mm.
But had the cockroach not bitten on it?
I would get out of the
So-
vehicle right now. No,
So,
never mind.
like,
No, you won't. So as the cockroach goes into the ear of the driver,
What?
there's a sorry, John. There's a shot of air in your face as that happens. It's a
Ugh.
4D effect.
that's quite cool.
Yeah.
This is brutal. This is top tier gore. This is
Yeah, I always remember this bit here. Oh mate.
And then there's one more effect. Okay.
Oh, this is a bit I never understood actually.
She's doing the Bond villain routine of explaining the plan before you kill you.
Yeah.
Are they though? Like,
no.
I don't know.
It implies she can return to a human form, but this is fucking brutal. This bit.
Yeah. And so
Oh,
It's
yeah,
brutal.
the seat reclines at the climax of the scene as well. The last 4D effect in the film.
oh wow.
His head fully explodes. So yeah, you have a
Wow,
jolt there.
Oh my word.
The end.
Wow. Biohazard 40 Executor, ladies
So-
and gentlemen.
So basically, Cameron gets away. Everybody.
Well,
And
no, I now choose to accept that she was then
Year
blown up
2000.
because of the nuclear bomb. So she
Uh,
didn't, and that's how it's canon.
I mean, the gore really made it feel kind of a lot more adult than you know the CGI ones for me. Just oh, that was brutal.
So the only confusing point was the presence of that dog, because clearly Norman must have been infected when he landed on the dog following the punch. Because he has the blood in his mouth and he goes.
I mean, that dog knew something.
He looked a shady dog.
Look, Inafune
Really
is the
did,
supervisor there. Fucking hell.
And a flagship as well, the supervisor.
Yeah, but was that dog that was watching them all in the municipal building at the beginning? Was that Cameron?
It's implied at the ending, yeah, that yes, it is Cameron,
Yeah.
because she talks about how she observes the team, and then
Yes.
it shows you the dog.
So what's the creature? Who's the creature? Who's the tyrant?
Wait, isn't that from the cockroach?
Yeah, because the cockroach and it's implied that the cockroach eats part of gets infected because of eating the body of the tyrant, but that's implied to be Cameron as well, because then that goes to the crow, then they go to the rat, to the crow, to the whatnot.
Coming soon in a future Project Umbrella episode, we deconstruct 4D Executor.
Have we not had the 48? No, we haven't, have we? We really should do.
We could do.
No, I think Nick, you're going to do a video, aren't you? Breaking it down. Did you say?
Yes, me and Gene are we're gonna do everything you need to know.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll look forward to that then.
Continue our series on the wider world of Biohazard. So
well, there we go. Coming soon, guys.
Coming soon. So there we go. That's the audio commentary done for Biohazard 4D Executor. I hope it was quite useful. I think Gene's input was particularly useful to know when the when the
there's 5 effects and a few chair drops and shots of air, and that's it. Really, it's pretty straightforward. I don't know. Like, I saw it years after it started, so I don't know if some of the effects were broken or they used fewer than they did originally. But it's kind of a big spate of the film where there's just sort of no effect, where there could be a few, like the exploding brick wall and stuff like that. So,
what did you think, Mr. Spencer? Your first time seeing this?
I think that it looked better than what I was expecting. That the gore effects are really good. The monster design was really good. And I think that it's a shame that, I don't know who mentioned it, but I think it was you, Sean, that you said Derek Simmons, the KFC guy in Ori 6, should have looked like Cameron, like her monster form.
Instead of a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, like a transformer, which is what it was. But yeah, it was good. I was a bit I know it's gonna sound weird, but the part where who's the bald fella? What was his name? Was it Ed or something? The bald character.
The heavy from TF2 looking dude.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah, when he was climbing up through the manhole, I was like, "Oh god, somebody's gonna jump scare me here, whatever." But it wasn't really a jump scare. It was more like, "What the fuck just happened?" kind of deal. Like I was like, "What happened there?" But yeah, it was good.
Great. Well, hopefully, as I said, we're climbing up the canon tree. So, with any luck, the next audio commentary may be focused on degeneration. I think that's going to be the next plan. So,
very nice.
Yeah, keep an eye out for that. And thanks for listening. It's goodbye from me, Neptune.
Goodbye from me, STARS Tyrant.
Goodbye from me, George Trevor.
Goodbye from me, the Selfish Gene.
And it's goodbye from me, Mr. Spencer.